Hello everyone, my name is Raven, and welcome to Raven Gaming Labs, and welcome to Captain of Industry. I've started 2 of these, but I've never actually finished it, and I was like, you know what, I should just do one, and then finish it, and be done with it. That's exactly what I should do. So I'm going to assign 2 trucks to that right there, and I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove this whole area right here. Because, we have to remove all this stuff anyway, so might as well start somewhere. And I will also make a coal maker. And, yeah, you know what? Right here is fine. This thing is going to be very temporary anyway. So, doesn't really matter all that much. Okay, and we're just gonna, throw that down. Let's see. Yeah, because it's really gonna want me to put like a farm down and whatnot. So, gonna need a basic lab. Gonna need a lot of stuff actually. I am also going to get me a diesel generator, which I'm gonna put, probably like right here, perhaps. Yeah, okay. Is it really going to be like that? Incompatible port at start? What? Are you? Oh, I see. I can only fill from there. I forgot about that. Forget how to cancel. There we go. Awesome. So I'm just going to put the diesel generator right here. Now, I don't fully remember where everything is, but that is okay. We're just going to click the layers. Okay, so the oil's over here. The coal is over here now, apparently. Genuinely don't remember that actually, but hey, that's what it says, so clearly that's where it is. Okay, so I'm actually gonna move quite a bit of my industry up over this way. This time round I'm going to try something a little different, and I'm gonna go ahead and throw down my smokestack. And I'm going to get my metal caster. Nope, not that button. Yep, it's R. Okay, but isn't there like a... I forget the... Oh, it's literally right in front of me. Yeah. Brain would have eventually figured it out. Maybe, probably not. Okay, now these are just going to be temporary as we, remove that monstrosity. Because, yeah, we're going to have to remove that monstrosity there. I guess we're just going to have to just start it and see what happens. Yep, they all go do their thing. We have a little bit of resources. We don't really have any food. Oh, okay. They must start. Okay, they have some food, which is nice, I guess. That's nice. Do I have any storage? I don't think I have any storage. Let me pause that real quick. Do I have any storage? No. Oh, I don't recall starting with waste collection though. I don't know. It has been a while, so it is entirely possible that, okay, this all needs to go away. Driving me crazy with all this notifications and pop-ups and just generally, being a bit of a nuisance there. Okay, I will go on ahead and add waste collection. Wow, you can't rotate that. I mean, I get why, but simultaneously, I'm a little annoyed that I can't rotate that. You know what? It doesn't matter. I'll put that there. And we already have a food mart. But that food mart is actually in the wrong location. And I'm going to go ahead and throw down 2 because, you know, we're going to need that. Okay. And the next thing we're going to do is we are definitely going to... Whoops, wrong button there. Right. We're going to get some research. I'm going to put the research lab over yonder. How nice. And I will get rid of that for now. Now, for actual research, which I believe is what, F4, F1, F2, F... Nope. Well, isn't that nice? All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and get the general assembly so we can actually start making stuff. And then I'm going to get mining. Actually, you know what? I'm going to get maintenance. I'm going to remove that from the queue. And then I'll add that to the queue because I can't do anything right now anyway. So, you know, there's not really a lot we can do, you know, here. Wow. I do remember a fair bit about this game, but apparently I also don't remember everything about this game. So... goal here is to just sort of level this off like so. There we go. And that's where we're going to dump a whole lot of trash. Well, at least we are getting some resources from all of this. So, hooray. Why did they die of starvation? They literally have potatoes. Just put the potatoes right. My bad. Okay. They'll fix that real quick. Like, really quick. This will fix itself. I mean, losing that amount of people kind of sucks, but also at the same time, meh. Doesn't really affect you as bad as you think it does because, well, frankly, as awful as that is, it's kind of like, well, I'm going to eventually get a beacon and I'm going to be rolling in people anyway, so, you know, it's like, whatever. Okay, so now we have, yeah, actually, you know, I might move the diesel generators over here. No, I'll just leave them where they're at, because until I get oil production, it's not really going to matter all that much anyway. So, you know, whatever. Same thing for these. I'm just placing them down just because. But yeah, eventually we'll be able to upgrade these, and we'll be able to have a whole lot more. All right, let's pull up the layers. And because we're going to throw down some very basic food production. Actually, you know what? I'm going to pull up the forestry. I can't remember how to get... There we go. Okay. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And get rid of that. Because I really, really need... I really need more. We just don't have enough. Okay, so we're gonna get vehicles and mining, and that's gonna be fantastic because, well, we kind of need it. So we need to set the recipe here. So we're obviously gonna make concrete slabs on that one, right? Good. And for this one, we will make electronics, and when that dies, we will make construction parts, and I don't know why I said concrete slabs on that last one, but I did, so there you go. Awesome. And they're only going to make extras if, you know, there's like room and stuff like that. So the good news is that we are actually producing coal, which we need for this, among other things. Now, we don't have storage or anything like that. So I'm going to add the trading dock to actually get the storage. And then I'm going to go straight for the beacon because we're going to need the beacon for people. You know, among other things. Yep. So I think around here, I'm going to build a maintenance area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw this down like this. And it's just going to make maintenance parts. That's the only thing it's going to do. Its sole job in life is to make maintenance parts. It has no other purpose in life. Yep, well, you're going to make maintenance parts. Or, sorry, mechanical parts. Which you use for a whole bunch of stuff. But the main thing that we're going to use it for is... because we're going to put, like, our... vehicle depot and stuff like that right here. That's right. We're gonna just throw it down right there. Yeah, dumping waste. Pretty sure we already have all of that. I'm pretty sure we're just throwing the trash. Yep, see, it's right there. So it gets the parts. We make the thing. That's great. We're gonna collect our reward. Wow. Okay. We're going to pause super quick here. And we're going to throw down our vehicle depot. And I want this to go kind of like... I don't really know where I want to put this. Yeah, I genuinely don't know. I'm going to just put it right there for a second. Okay, so they're just going to bring the parts to this thing anyway. So I guess it doesn't really matter where it goes, I suppose. I don't know. Wait, I only have loose storage? Oh, right, trading dock. The trading dock is the one doing that. Right. I might build another one of these just because I just don't have the room. As y'all know, I really don't like, you know, building like this, but, you know, we kind of don't really have much of a choice. So, we have to kind of do what we kind of have to do here. Even if that means we just plain don't like it. Yeah, housing. Okay, so we can put this here. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that when I place this farm, we are very much out of the way, which I think we are. Let me open up the layers real quick. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, the downside is we're going to be kind of like smack on top of that thing, but I'm hoping that with like the right amount of everything, we'll do okay. You know, wishful thinking is a great thing. You know, it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. And eventually we're going to get a trading dock. And I'm actually going to get me... Whoops, sorry. Okay, G is research. I don't know why I didn't just bother with that. Okay, so we finally have the unit storage. And this was one of the things that I really wanted to improve. Not just really improve, but actually get. So I'm just going to place it like so. And okay, so we basically have everything now. Super nice. Don't want the trading dock right now. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I don't really particularly like the way some of that works, but you know, whatever. It is what it is, and there's not really a lot we can do about it. So I'm just flipping through here, just trying to acquaint myself with everything. I thought I had... Oh, I only have the molten stuff. Okay. Yeah, I was looking for something, and I was like, man, that's kind of weird that, you know, I can't, you know, find anything. But no. Apparently, it's fine. So what we want to store here is electronics and mechanical parts. So it's all coming back to me now. No, this one you want to store electronics. There we go. And then I want to grab another one of these. And I just want to say electronics. And, oh yeah, we're going to need someone to produce vehicle parts. But this makes maintenance. And we obviously need a lot of maintenance for those who have never played this game before. We need a whole lot of maintenance. So I'm going to grab this. I'm going to say set recipes. And I'm just going to say this and this and then this. And then I'm going to grab me another one of these. And that'll do it. All right. And now we have the beacon. And the beacon's great because you basically build it and you just get free people and you really don't have to do a whole lot. You just kind of like build your beacon and you don't really worry about it. It's great. I'm going to place it right there. For food production, okay. I mean, I like free stuff, so, you know, as far as I'm concerned, it's fine. But yeah, this is not really making a whole lot of potatoes at all. You know, when I don't think about it and I just kind of do, it's actually really funny because, oh man, I just realized I have been wasting my time. I don't really want that. It's not that I dislike it or anything. It's just, you know, no real interest. I am going to get the tools. So I'm going to get the tools. I'm going to start the research on the tools. Oh, gosh. Okay. I'm going to just rush for all of this stuff. And then... yeah, there we go. Okay. So now they have something to do. And I also remember that I wanted to put in 2 of these research labs together. Just because it's way too slow without it. Okay, and there we go. So the other big problem we're going to have here is wood storage is going to be kind of iffy. Yep, and there it is. Not enough workers. And that's kind of fixable. All you have to do to fix that is just wait until the beacon works. Beacon will work one time. We'll get plenty of workers. It's no big deal. Sort of accidentally killed 5 people, so... not bad. Yep. So. Anyway... let's go on ahead and get ourselves a vehicle depot. We're just going to put it like kind of right here. See, we got some refugees. They're pretty good. We just sort of have to be careful because you can get way too many refugees. And, well, don't necessarily want that. Eventually, I just let the population kind of grow on its own and it works out fine for me. But, wow, these guys are quick. All right, so I'm going to get 2 tree harvesters with 2 trucks. I'm going to get 1 excavator with 2 trucks. And we're just going to wait a little bit. Because they're going to have to come over here anyway. And, you know, yeah. Yep, I'm going to need all this cleared out. As for this, wood. 100% on the wood. Okay. I'm going to grab this, and I think I'm going to leave a little bit of room between the two. So I can run... no, I don't think I really need to run anything. I can always tear it down and pop in a new one anyway. Yeah, these farms are not super great. These are not really what I would consider like, you know, good farms or anything like that. They're mediocre little things. All right. I'm gonna get another one and 2 more because we just need to get as many of those things as humanly possible. And we will be doing the loans to build up our everything, really. But where is the maintenance? Oh, okay, there it is. So it seems like we're actually doing okay. So this can handle 60, and maintenance is only 27, so they are doing just fine. Mechanical parts and everything else is building up okay. Oh. Cool. We'll collect our reward. That'll get some stuff out of the way there. Yeah. That'll be nice. That is going surprisingly slow. Nice. We have a bunch of new refugees. How much is in there? Quite a lot. That is going as fast as possible. I mean, honestly, I'm tempted to just have like 2 more of those things. If I could get... I think I need the next tier anyway, so probably not going to really be a whole lot of help anyway. So... yeah, not really making a whole lot on that regard right there. Okay, so we know that oil is here, so I'm going to build our industrial capacity over here. All of it's going to go over here. Literally all of it's going to go over here. A kiln, yeah. Okay, I'll just click that so it'll go out of my way. A liquid dump, yeah, that can be pretty useful. Fluid storage, sure, why not? Oil pump, basic distillery, yeah. A rainwater harvester, right? Do you need that? Honestly, probably going to go straight for groundwater pump. Like, literally, one of the first things I'm going to go for is the groundwater pump. I don't really like the rainwater harvesting. It's like, eh. I mean, yeah, you can put it in places where you don't have, you know, the underground deposit, and it is nice. Like, you know, I will admit it's nice. Yeah, there it is, the rubber maker and all that stuff. Yeah, you can use all that stuff and make some pretty nice stuff. Especially later when you get like biofuel and stuff and you're converting it all around. It's really makes you feel like you're actually playing like Factorio or something at that point, even though you're not anymore. Okay, I was doing something, but I don't remember what I was doing. Right, smelting. Right. Okay, so we're going to put all this stuff up over here, and we're just going to create, like, a massive complex, if you will. And I'm just going to put that there. And I'm going to grab this. Yeah, I think right now they're extracting all of the excess stuff out of here. I'm trying to think of how I actually want to do this thing. Because I do have the storage for it. Yeah, I don't have the belts or anything like that, but I can still build the, you know, the bare bones, you know, bit of it there. There. Okay, sure. Why not? Nope, can't do that. There we go. Oh, wait. Did that finally come out? Excellent. Okay. Yeah, I mean, with 3 of them, they're going to harvest a lot of trees. And fortunately, there is zero shortage of trees. So now we're starting to get quite a bit of people. And food is, you know, kind of whatever. I mean, it's not super great. It's technically going up instead of down. That's helpful to a degree anyway. But let's get back to this, because I am going to mass produce as much of this stuff as humanly possible. So the only thing that's going to go in here is slag. And we're going to put everything that's going to do with slag back behind here, and we're going to push all of this stuff up this way, because, you know, we're going to put everything else kind of around here. So it'll be helpful, to say the least. We're getting pretty far for the first video. Like, it was a little touch and go there for a minute. I won't deny that. It definitely was a little touch and go there for a minute. You know, but you know, we stuck with it. I think another thing that really helped simply was the fact that we actually do have you know, like, okay, maybe you don't know. I just can't say that. I do say that, but I probably shouldn't say that. Yeah, the research labs are killing my Unity. Well, I'll roll them until it starts becoming a problem, and then I'll get rid of it. Because I want to get this done as quickly as possible. So before we do anything else, I am going to get fuel operational. We are going to get our delightful fuel. And I believe, yes, there is. There's water right over here. So that water pump is going to be one of the first things that we're going to do, which is pretty good. So this takes 60 seconds, and it gives us 20. This takes 60 and 6 coal, and it takes also 60 seconds. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get me this oil pump kind of like along this way, right along here. Should have... Okay. And now I'll have just an absolute... Oh, I did not mean to do that. I meant to... I keep hitting T when I want to hit F. And it's really kind of messing with me there. Alrighty. I probably could have. You know what? Let's see if I can do a better job than that. That looks terrible to me. Hang on now. Because, you know, you can say whatever you want, but it eats up resources to do it like that. Really? It won't. I suppose that sort of makes sense. Okay, well, whatever then. I'll just go back and do it that way. It's in the grand scheme of things, it's really not a big deal. And sometimes being tidy is, you know, better anyway, so whatever. I don't know what I was thinking. It's like I'm looking for loose storage, so I don't really need to do that, do I? I can just put it literally right on top of it. And I'll just say this is coal. And trucks keep full if under 80, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so I have pipes and conveyor belts, apparently. Really? Oh, I see. Yeah, I don't have conveyor belts or anything like that yet. Okay. There we go. Yeah, well, the 3 of them are, you know, obviously going to town. Anyway, so I'm going to throw a smokestack in here. And that'll pretty much power that. Now, how much is actually here? A lot for some reason. I don't really know what settings. I just kind of like clicked around a little bit. I think I might have made it a little too easy. Although not really. Like if we don't have power, the conveyor belts, for example, don't work. I prefer it that way. So alright, I am gonna need somewhere for the liquid. Let's rotate that. I'm going to throw this right here because I think it will kind of hold up. I think. I mean, we had best hope so, right? Okay. Now, I don't know where the next one's going to be, and I might have to tear this pipe down. But at least for now, we can... Whoa, hello. Let's not do that. There we go. Because I don't want to deal with that thing ever at all under any circumstances. I mean that too. I absolutely 100% do not ever want to deal with that thing. Ah, right. Well, that's no problem. Now, I think later I can use the wastewater. I think. I don't know. It's, like I say, it really has been a moment, you know, since I've played this game. So, okay. And I believe I will build it out a bit like this. That way I can, if I build a second one, for example, which I always do that. I always build it backwards. I do not know why I do that. I can literally see what's in front of me, but apparently the answer to that is no. No, I cannot see what's in front of me. So at least for now, they'll have diesel, obviously. Pretty much only one thing's ever going to be able to connect in there anyway. So I'm not really too concerned by it. All right, I'm going to get another excavator and 3 more trucks, because I think our trucks are going to start getting a little unstable there. This is sort of pushing it, especially when they're turned on. So I'm going to grab another one simply because it just can't meet demand. Or it's not going to be able to meet demand, I should say. There we go. So, don't really have a lot on coal. Don't have a lot on parts either. So I will grab one more of those. Yeah, getting this really helped. So this is almost torn down completely. And once that's torn down... Wow, I'm just kind of using up all my slag and everything, aren't I? Yeah, see, now we have... Okay, so I have diesel production completely working now. Which is really, really, really nice. Nice that diesel production is actually working. And it basically instantaneously filled up, which is fine. And I think that I will now proceed to add me a second pipe, sort of like here. Stockpile diesel, yeah. So I'm going to try to keep these main 3 always full. 100% of the time, always full. For, you know, obvious reasons. But then I'm going to have a nice little power generator over yonder, like here. And we are going to do our absolute best to try and essentially... There we go. Yeah, it keeps doing that snapping really irritating. There we go. Which means I'm going to delete this one over here. Get back my parts. I love my little trash dump right in the middle of nowhere. I know I could control it, but I'm not going to. And there we go. Yeah, I think this'll fill up in no time, and that'll feed the generators just fine. Just fine. I guess there's like, how many of them are there? Yeah, I've got 2. Lovely. Well, this is finally running out. All this stuff is just finally being harvested. I'm going to turn this off. Because I know I've got, what, 3 of them? I really want them up here removing all this stuff. Like, get rid of it. Get it out. I don't want to see it anymore. I don't want it anymore. Now, there was a way to control what we dump, and I don't specifically remember how to do that. That's the world map, message center, trade, interesting, loans. Yeah, that makes sense. Output is full. Yeah, well, that also makes a lot of sense. Yeah, it's basically full, isn't it? Ah! Let me guess. Yeah. Feel free to burn a whole lot more coal. I mean it too. Feel free to just burn the coal. Just burn it all. Or the wood, sorry, to make more coal. I am 100% fine with that. I got no issues with it. Okay, anyway, yeah, I was looking. I could have sworn that there was a way that I just frankly don't remember at all. Yeah, you know, I've got like layers and stuff. Oh, right. I think I need to make, like, you know, an actual, like, dumping zone and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. I need to build a whole lot of stuff. But, no time, no room, stuff like that. So, at least they're getting up here now, and let me look on the layers here. That's pretty good. What is that? That would be stone? Or quartz. I think it's just stone. Like regular, ordinary, boring stone. I mean, that's fine. It's just, you know, it is what it is. So I'm going to be dealing with like a lot of cave-ins and stuff like that. So, yeah, okay. Well, while that's going on, we are going to... Man, I don't know why I can't remember where anything is. Okay. We have basically hit the minimum that we need. Let me just grab that, grab that, grab that, grab that. Just trying to literally grab anything that I can with the basic. You know, we can always go through and clear out clear it out. So I'm not really overly concerned with that. Oh, yeah. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Absolutely don't do that. But the good news is we do actually have a groundwater pump. which is really nice. Bad news, we don't have any of the tier 2 stuff. So, therefore, I'm going to go over yonder, like here. I'm going to put that down. I'm going to say, make me some tier 2 crap. And then when you're out of that, go make me that. Get to it. The tree harvester has no trees to harvest? Okay, well, I can solve that pretty much immediately. Oh, look at them go. They're gonna swarm it. It's hilarious when they do that. There it is. That's what I wanted. I wanted this. And I'm gonna put it literally right here. Because I'm gonna grab this. And I'm gonna edit the area. And I'm just gonna... Oh, wait. Can't do that, can I? Nope. I gotta, like... Let me turn on my layers real quick. Oh, that's thoughtful. Alright. Oh. It's a pretty massive layer, actually. Or area, I should say. Pretty darn massive, actually. Okay. This is just going to produce iron. It's not going to produce anything else. And we're going to get ourselves a super duper nice ore sorting plant. Yeah. Add a product to sort. Iron ore. Rock. And dirt. And if everything works out, I'm going to put 2 of them on this sucker. And 4 trucks. But I mean, there's nothing to mine in this area. So, oh, right. Yeah, duh. Oh, yeah, designated dumping station. Yeah, that's not going to do anything, but a mining designation. There we go. New refugees. Well, isn't that nice? Anyway, what I want to do is simply carve in like so. Which means there's going to be an enormous amount of dirt. Like a ridiculous amount of dirt. And oh, fuel station. Excellent. Due to lack of water. Well, I can't really do a whole lot about that at the moment. I will do something about it, but I really can't do a whole lot about that at the moment. I have conveyor belts finally. Oh, good. I have irrigated water farms. Excellent. Okay, so I'm just going to grab this. Move it over like so. And then we're just going to grab this and... Where are we going to get all this from? We'll just take it straight from there. I'm not overly concerned about that. I mean, it's... Yeah, I'll put 2 trucks on that. Why not? I'll also go on ahead and get 2 more trucks. I'm going to get 4. Can never have enough trucks after all. But this will always stay nice and full. I mean, it's a pretty lousy amount there, but it will stay fairly full, which is good. Please come and get that. Wow, they are really going to town on that. Ah, yeah, I bet I'm burning an enormous amount of wood. Making all the coal for all this. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, I completed the ore mining? Excellent. I don't really think I really need any more. Now, the other fun little fact here, I built these farms a little too close, which is okay, because when we get the irrigated farms, I'm going to move them anyway. So, doesn't really matter. Anyway, I'm just going to throw down 2 of those, call it good. because we are going to remove these. Although I'm going to remember this time to actually get potatoes. Now, fortunately, we do have like 800 of them, so yeah, I think we'll be okay. But yeah, we're going to move these back just a little bit. Just a little bit. A lot, but a little bit. These are terrible farms, by the way. Yeah, I know. We need to solve that problem too. Man, we have so many people. It's kind of wild. Yeah, any vehicles can fuel there. I don't mind one bit. And I'm going to mark these for removal. So they should immediately... Yep, they just warped it on over. I don't know how that works, but apparently it works fine. Look at all of these. Look at all these. That is fantastic right there. So I'm gonna place this down real quick. The reason for it is I want to designate this area here as a dumping zone, and I just want to dump certain things. I don't want to dump, you know, literally everything under the sun. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I didn't realize how expensive that was. Ah, yeah, I don't have any, like, output space, because I haven't been building storage for literally anything. Which, in some ways, is kind of silly, but it's what I do. Construction parts. And construction parts. The main reason why I haven't really built anything like that is just because, honestly, it's kind of tedious to sort of, you know, deal with that. I will, however, deal with the other thing in a moment. There we go. Now, on the off chance it actually needs to dump or anything like that, we can handle it there. Wow, I'm just turning this whole island into like a giant barren wasteland. Well, the good news is I have 832 potatoes, so I am not going to be losing any sleep here over any of this stuff. Anyway, yeah, I was going to do that, and I was going to say, like, I don't know, so, like here to here to here, and then just there we go. And then yeah, there we go. And then we can't dump waste here. And then I can hit this, remove it. Create a dumping designation. Make sure it's on level. There we go. There we go. No more trash. Be dumped there. It's a little bit of a problem, kind of. But hopefully the waste doesn't build up too much. in the world? Give me 2 more trucks. Fascinating. I'm also going to turn off the beacon. I mean, this is much better than the other playthroughs I've, you know, been kind of throwing myself through. I mean, I don't understand. Like, all they have to do is go over here, stop by, pick it up, and move it right here. But apparently... Okay. You know what? This is kind of irritating. Hang on. I literally can just do this and solve this problem pretty much immediately. Because these two should be running full stop, non-stop, until at least both of those are full. There we go. Because I really, really need them to fill up. Like, 100% they need to fill up. And the reason they need to fill up is because these need to keep running. Like, no matter what, that stuff needs to keep running. Like, absolutely, 100% that needs to keep running. So I think before we exit this, you know, before we quit, we're going to do a couple different things. One of the things we're going to do is I'm going to get a rubber plant. Absolutely 100% right now. And I believe the only real requirement for the rubber plant is that the rubber plant has... well, shoot. Yeah, I think the only real requirement for this thing is that it has diesel and coal. As luck would have it, I have both of those things in rather shockingly large quantities. So I'm just going to find a little spot up yonder like so. And I'm going to just... Oh. Well, I tell you what. Here's what we'll do. I will just... Hang on. I'm going to get rid of this. There we go. Come on. Yeah, I need you to go. I need you to go away. There we go. Get there at some point. Actually, you know what? No. I'm just going to build a tall one. There we go. There we go. And then our lovely loose storage is going to be like this. And it's just going to be coal. And then as for our unit storage, well, that's going to supply me that. Oh, yeah, sulfur. That's right. It's not lime. Why did I say limestone earlier? You know, it doesn't matter. Okay, did I finally run that thing out? Okay, I finally ran that thing out. Wow. Never would have thought that I would have actually managed to pull that off. Okay, so the slag... the slag needs to go. And I do mean go. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this whole section right here. And I'm just going to squish it like literally right in here like so. And then I'm going to squish in another one like so. And I'm just going to say, okay, now we're done. You know, we've got slag. They are going to rush over and they're just going to suck all that slag down. And they're going to take it like literally right here where they're just going to dump it right in there. And they're not able to dump the waste. So that's a serious problem. The good news, though, is while they are not able to dump the waste, is there a way to just, like, increase the priority of this? Or alter the queue at any way, shape, or form? Okay, I'm just going to remove all this stuff from the queue. Okay, and we're just going to go straight for this. Should go a lot faster. Because they'll finish the vegetable farming. I'm going to remove this from the queue as well. And we're just going to go straight for this. I think I'm going to have to allow the waste to be dumped here. I don't want it there, but I'm going to have to allow it until at least I get the next part. Anyway, we are now fully manufacturing rubber, which is good. So, yeah. And I think these three are fine. I don't need any more than 1,000 diesel at once anyway. I don't personally feel that I don't need any more. But, you know, you never know. You absolutely never know. And at the very least, now I am making some stuff. So, but eventually we're going to move that slag right over here. We're going to tear down a whole lot of stuff. As soon as they finish this, we're going to go straight over to the coal area and we're going to start tearing that down as well. Or we'll probably go to the copper first, actually. You know, but should be pretty good. And then we're going to start moving all this stuff over as well. We'll have these removed, marked for removal. The next thing we're going to do, because I actually have quite a lot of potatoes and stuff like that anyway. My food's over here. Yep, I'm going to grab an irrigated farm, which is, you know, a much better farm to begin with. And I think I will, let's see, turn on layers a little bit. I think right here, hang on, I can't line this up. In here. Oh yeah, I'm going to have to get a crew out there to flatten all that. That's going to be irritating. Farm has no crop assigned to it. Okay, well, we will do potatoes, empty, vegetables, empty. I mean, it's you know, it's better than nothing. Potatoes, empty, vegetables, and potatoes. Why not? That's what those two farms are pretty much solely going to be making over there. I'm going to grab me another one of these. And this one's going to be just straight up vegetables. I know I need the captain's office and all, but, you know, again, we will solve that problem at a later date. There is no freaking way that the output is full. Oh, come on. You know, just get out. Get out. Get all this crap out. You're driving me crazy with this. Current research is too advanced for this lab. What research? The burner? Okay. Yeah, that's not going to be irritating. Okay, so in the next one, we are going to, get that rolling. I'm going to go ahead and delete that because I don't need 2 advanced research labs by any stretch of the imagination. So, anyway, I hope you guys like this video. If you guys want to watch more, just let me know down in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you do subscribe, be sure to let me know by hitting that bell so you actually get updates and notifications. And as well, if you guys would like to watch all these videos early, as well as ad-free, exclusive for members, there's a join button down below, as well as a link in the description. And as always, your support is greatly appreciated, and I will see you all in the next one. You guys have a good one. Hey everyone, thanks for watching Raven Gaming Labs. Thanks to all the members and viewers who make RGL possible. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell so that you can be notified. If you want to become a member, hit the join button or link in the description below. Members get early access to videos, member-exclusive content, and more. As well, don't forget to join our awesome community over at Discord. Y'all have a good one.